This is SE. It says personal statement at the top. You can cut that. Everybody needs to have in the header. You should have your name, LSAC number, and you can put personal statement there if you want in the header. Not like as a title though, but up in the header of every page. All right. I scanned the countryside, taking in the vibrant colors of Kigali, Rwanda.
Okay, so it's an I sentence, right? I and then a verb, which is what we want, but your verb is scanning. So what you're telling us right now is you are capable of seeing
Yeah, you're looking out the window as the world is passing by. I mean, you're telling us that you went to Rwanda, which is, that's interesting enough, I suppose. But I'd rather you get right into what you did there rather than this artsy thing about the vibrant colors. I don't care. After over 30 hours of travel time, I found myself on a bus with several professors and students from Texas Christian University. We were headed to Taba, a small village in Rwanda, to celebrate and learn from a Rwandan social worker named Godelieve Mukasarasi. Tried. Ben?
Is this personal statement about this person, this social worker? I'm worried because the next sentence starts with their name.
Yeah, Godelieve is a genocide survivor and founder of the Savoda Peace Institute. Yeah, if she's not the applicant, then I'm not interested. I don't care. I'm not here to learn about other people. I'm here to learn about you, SE. And, the fact that you like this person doesn't really do anything to recommend you for law school. What am I getting? I'm not getting her. I'm getting you. So the statement has to be about you. Her life's work has been to help women and children impacted by the sexual violence of genocide process their trauma with music and dance. While in Rwanda this past January, I celebrated the 25th anniversary of Savoda and attended the groundbreaking for the new facility. You went to Rwanda, you celebrated, and you went to a groundbreaking of a new facility. That's not lawyer shit.
No, that's like politician stuff, or tourist stuff.
Yeah, it actually makes you look wealthy, kind of. Like it sort of makes you look privileged that you were able to go to Rwanda and do this thing. I mean, that could be totally wrong, but that's my gut reaction to that. It makes me think that you're progressive, that you care about the world. But again, I care what you did, I know that there is genocide in Rwanda. I know that there is sexual violence in Rwanda. What are you doing about it? Because you going to this celebration that's not you taking action that makes you look like a lawyer. I spent hours in fellowship with not only Godelieve, but also other female leaders from Savoda. Through broken English, Kinyarwandan, and celebratory dance, I developed relationships with these women. I sat on the couch in her home, putting together the story of how she organized witnesses to testify in the International Tribunal for Rwanda and eventually convicted the mayor of Taba of perpetrating genocide. There might be something there, putting together the story. Are you a journalist? Did you write? Because if you actually wrote something, I might like to hear about that. But are you just bragging that you know this person and this person did great things?
Yeah. I'm curious. That phrase ironically stuck out to me as well, putting together the story. It's like, okay, are you just like a proactive tourist listening, or are you like putting this together for some other purpose to tell
Right.
other people?
Totally.
Yeah.
It's like if you're the person who is getting this story and bringing it back to the West and then doing something with it, then great. But if all you're really doing there by putting together, if all you're really doing is sitting on a couch and listening to the story of this great woman, that doesn't do anything at all for me. I want to be on your team, so I want to interpret this as you actually did something like a journalist. But skeptically, I'm like, you heard someone tell you a story, and that doesn't do anything. That doesn't move the needle even a tiny bit. We're 3 paragraphs in now, right? So I'd be like getting impatient with, who are you? What do you actually do? 4th paragraph now. I dove deeper into the case against the mayor of Taba as soon as I returned home. I learned that lawyers, social workers, and specialists in women and gender studies used an interprofessional lens to organize the stories of these women. That's not you doing that, though. That's just you learning about other people doing that. This case eventually set a huge international precedent, allowing the prosecution of rape as an act of genocide for the first time. Now you're just lecturing me about legal history that you had nothing to do with. You didn't prosecute that case. It sounds like it's a good case. It sounds, that sounds like progress, but you had nothing to do with it. You're just telling me about some historical, political, legal issue that frankly doesn't have anything to do with you other than you went to Rwanda. My time in Rwanda solidified my calling to connect my background in social work with the law to work towards stronger policies that prevent gender-based violence. That to me sounds like a claim without really a whole lot of evidence. I mean, you're telling me that you have a background in social work. That's great. But I don't believe you yet that this is your calling, because all I have is a claim that this is your calling without much evidence to back it up. Your inspiration doesn't do shit for me. The action that you took after the inspiration is the only thing I care about. I'm talking too much. What do you think, Ben?
Nope, I agree. It's kind of going down the passive route anyways. It's like, I've learned all these things.
I think I'd be much more interested learning about this stuff, because now this is actually things that you did. All the first 4 paragraphs was just like, oh, look at this great moment of inspiration that I had from this great woman. But that's not anything to do with what you actually did and what you're actually bringing to the table. So I know you might think it's boring, but I'm so much more interested in the actual actions instead of the passive inspiration behind your legal career that I just don't believe in it until I see better evidence to justify it.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Next one.